What is going on, everybody? Thank you again for tuning in for the final match of round one of the 2023 Goonman Draft Championship Extravaganza Extreme Edition. I'm Flashbang. Joining me here for this game tonight, I have Luna. Luna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to a great match. Tonight we have a wonderful game ahead of us. Two fantastic teams, the Greeks, Spiros, Garfu, Zanero, Steelhammer, Bye Bye Man, going up against the Bourbon brothers from Kentucky. We got Humbo, Void, Cancer, Fantastic, and Jesus. It's going to be a good match.
Absolutely. Speaking of those teams, I do have those captains here. How are you guys doing tonight, Humbo, Spiros?
Well, I'm doing pretty good here. Just, feeling excited, feeling nice and limber about the upcoming game.
Awesome.
I'm ready to beat the hell out of Humbo. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Now that's the aggression we want to hear.
I got to say, real quick, I have absolutely been loving the SmackDown talk between you guys, the wrestling promos. I am here for it. But the other thing I'm here for is going to be these map picks. Looking at our bracket here, we've got the Greeks. They're going to be on the top bracket spot. So they're going to be getting the first ban here, followed by the Bourbon Bros getting the second ban. The Greeks are then going to get the first pick. Bourbon Bros get the second pick. And the remaining four maps will get put on to the Sub-IO Wheel of Elimination to determine map 3.
All hail the wheel.
Being said, Spiros, you get to start us out with the first band.
So we thought long and hard about this, and we thought about the map that we thought would be the nerdiest and the sweatiest and the ugliest, and, well, just generally the kind of map that Humbo would be most attracted to. So we're going to go ahead and ban Nuke.
Banning Nuke, alrighty.
Banning Nuke and some heavy words being thrown down in the process. Humbo, your response?
Well, he's probably right on that one. But let's go ahead and, we had a couple discussions about this ourselves. We're going to go and ban Inferno.
All right, taking Inferno out of the pool for the Bourbon Bros. That's going to bring it back over to the Greeks to pick the first map we're going to be playing on.
So we actually have a number of maps that we'd be happy to play here, but we decided that we watched a lot of the matches, and it seemed like a lot of kind of representative of Goonpug, where a lot of people play like this map and that map. So we wanted to be a little more interesting. We're going to play Ancient tonight.
All right, we are going to be going to Ancient for Game 1. Humbo, where do you want to go for Game 2?
I don't think we've seen enough of it in the tournament. We're going to Anubis.
Oh, we're going to Anubis. We're getting the two new maps to start us out for this final game of round 1. That's going to leave Mirage, Dust 2, Overpass, and Vertigo remaining on the wheel. Let's see what it decides for map 3. And the wheel has chosen Mirage for Game 3. So it is going to be Ancient, Anubis, and then Mirage. One final clarification. We are going to be doing knife round, no armor on either side. For both the captains, once everybody is in the game, once your teams are ready and everything is ready, go ahead and I believe Will Kill is in there. Let him know to LO3 it and we can get started.
Hey, good luck, Humbo. You're going to need it, son!
Good luck. See you on the battlefield, Spiros.
Shot across the bow issued.
Yeah, it was. This is gonna be a great game. I can tell already. Luna, from the players that we have here, what do you have any insights on any of them? Anything we should try to keep our eye on?
So there's actually a pretty interesting spread of players here. You might at first glance be a little tempted to write off the Kentucky-based Bourbon brothers. However, these are a group of players who have been, the base of them have been playing together for quite some time. Void and Humbo are somewhat storied IGL connection between the two. Void, particularly, his IGLing skills have really shown in the Goonmans that he's participated in. Cancer, somewhat notable, the #1 GP skill rated player from the CSGO era of Sub.io. And that's after, multiple resets, time and time again. He's climbed to the top of that ladder. Definitely not someone that you want to overlook here in this, matchup we have coming up. Fantastic. A bit of a wild card player. It's hard to really rate him, considering how I don't want to say middle of the pack, but the least stand out to me, considering that Jesus side by side on his side, the real wild card of the team. There's no fight that he's not willing to take. He fought for our sins, and he's going to fight any mid battle, off battle, one-on-one, anything he can get his hands on.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be interesting to sort of watch that too. I know, like you were mentioning, Void, very powerful IGL. The few games I've played with him, he's absolutely blown me away with his capabilities in that role. So it's going to be interesting to see sort of how the Bourbon Bros company, how their strats, evolve over the course of the game, especially mid round like that. Conversely, Garfu also, I believe, is going to be taking on the IGL role for the Greeks, and he has quite a repertoire of high-end play under his belt. So it's definitely going to be interesting from both sides to watch how their plays evolve in the mid-round.
Yeah, and it's interesting. The Bourbon Brothers, you've got Humbo, you've got Cancer, these players that have made their mark on Sub.io in some aspect. But there's no real group of players that have made their mark on Sub.io like the Greeks have. A veritable who's who of Sub.io. You got Spiros, you got Zen, Garfu, Sealhammer, Bye Bye Man. A little bit newer to the server, but still known between everyone. Sealhammer's most notable incident, of course, being when he thrifted a set of Shadow Daggers off of VLC, our Fun Employed Fungineer.
The fun
it being an inside job.
Yep.
Zenero, has done a heavy amount of lifting on some of the production aspects for this tournament, given how much work he's put into his Doom productions. We've got a knife round ahead of us.
Yeah, they're going to be coming right down into mid here. And, definitely, like you were saying, I want to give another shout out to Zen. He has been a huge help in helping me make sure everything's set up. Oh my gosh,
it is a lawnmower massacre.
Ooh.
A blender for the T side. The Greeks just made the quickest work of knife round I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was definitely an absolute blender there. Apologies to the people at home. I didn't realize I forgot to resize the window to 1080, so they were watching a 1080 stream with a 720 video in the corner. That should be fixed just in time for the actual game to start. Again, I apologize, gamers. That is going to be fixed for next time, though.
Ooh, and Greeks choosing to start on T side.
All right, and it looks like we are going to be live here.
And we do have full armor buy from the T's. They have no interest in economy. Humbo's got a set of dualies, couple of flash bangs, and that's all that we're going to see.
It's going to be interesting to see how those dualies pan out here at B.
We do have a B. Oh my god, Jesus already finding a USB headshot. Humbo, another head. We've got answers back. 2 CTs now. One's getting down. Void here to try to on the rotate. Finds one. Cancer finds another.
Oh, and just like that.
We have a clean 3-0.
Yeah.
The CT side. T's, however, getting that all too crucial bomb plant round 1. If they want to, if they have the door open for them, they can do a buyback.
Absolutely. Something I want to point out, everybody on the Bourbon Bros, they got their one kill. They each did their job. Humbo, got that entry on them as they were coming in with the dualies. Meanwhile, Jesus was fighting them from cave. All around, they were firing on all cylinders there. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see, if the Greeks are able to do that with the buy they're able to get as well.
And we do see that T side half buy here. Galil's just a small amount of nades on Sealhammer. But look at this, smorgasbord of nades on the CT side. We're seeing everything come out utility usage. Humbo picks up 2 on the tunnel
One towards
push.
middle.
It's going to leave the Greeks kind of slowed down here.
As they start to just move over towards the A site. They've already got Garfu up here in a pretty good position. Steelhammer and Bye Bye Man going to be bringing it up from the rear. It's all going to come down to if he can get Fantastic, and he does hear him. Knows he's going to be somewhere right around here. Fantastic, though, with that MP9, able to have a little bit more beneficial angle on that corner.
Oh, but look at this. Molly completely isolates Steelhammer from Bye Bye Man.
Yeah, Steelhammer does do
just
good.
Stuck out of the site. The flank's coming in. The rotate through Donut. We got 2 coming. There's still Cancer on site.
He gets a nice good nade on Cancer there. Cancer's going to have to step around, but Steelhammer ready for it. Not ready for the flank from Void, though. And now Bye Bye Man upstream without a paddle as he takes down Humbo, but gets traded out by Jesus.
And that's just, impressive that they got the plant down. Really hard to do anything, better than that from the position that they landed themselves in. That tunnel push on B really just pinched them into a pickle.
Yeah, not only did Humbo really kind of solve the early part of that round and subsequently the later part of it as well, but he also made $1,800 by having a shotgun and going for that push.
That XM money is hard to blink at.
Especially on the CT side. It looks like we're going to have another rush towards the B side here. They're just going in. Ooh, trade out by Bye Bye Man onto Humbo. Jesus answering back. But now Zen has the site. They're going to be able to get a bomb plant here if they do it right. Looks like Garfu's going to get that down now.
They've got one on the flank, 3 from CT.
Fantastic comes in, finds one. And now it's going to be just Spiros, the team captain. He gets one onto Void.
Jesus is sticking though, and yep, Fantastic comes in for the kill.
Unfortunately, I think the Tech 9 can wallbang through that wall there, but it's definitely not a gun you want to try that with, even more so when there's another 2 members of the other team alive. Really not much you could ask of him there.
Nope, bomb plant, that was the mission statement. Mission successful. The kills that they got were just a little extra icing on top. We've got AKs here now on the T side. Healthy amount of utility as well, and they're all going for that B site. Slow creep in though, letting some utility come out from the CT side. Don't want to run into any sort of nades, any awkward pushes off of a flash timing. Setting up your lining to find Jesus on a push. Now you have the side open to you. The only person here before the rotate came in was the Caves player. Now you have an op and CT to contend with. Another rotate coming in.
And Void missing that shot just barely, too.
They haven't cleared Cave. They know Humble's in there, though.
Yeah, he does try to get that wallbang kill. Spiros, meanwhile, answering back with one of his own. Void finally coming in there, getting on the board.
Oh, and what a shot by Void. Picks up the AK, finds the 4 kill, and now it's just a 1v2 for Zen. Zen posted up in Cave. He knows where the bomb's planted. Fantastic. Susses him out. Misses!
His timing was...
sticks the defuse.
His timing was almost perfect. If he had gotten out there just a split second earlier, he definitely could have stopped that defuse. Not sure if he would have gotten the follow-up kill, but very close.
Such a hard call to make on when you swing out there, because Fantastic was actually staring at that angle, the caves, the entrance into sight from Caves, and the only reason Zen was able to make it out is because right as it became too late for him to kill Void on the defuse is when the window opened for him to swing out.
And now, you can see the Greeks, they've tried to split it up here, play a little bit slower. Cancer, though, not going to let them do it. Finds a kill onto Sealhammer there. Could bring us into a 4v5. They look like they're wanting to try to set up for A here in some way.
They did have 4 posted onto that side. They find Zen lurking outside of that B site here. Void in contact position. Fantastic helps him out. He gets the initial dink. Fantastic cleans it up. They know Spiros is here. Spiros comes out, takes up Fantastic. And the crossfire comes in. Bye Bye Man's going to pick up Void. but we've still got Cancer on site to contend with. 3v1 situation. Oh, White by that nade, that flashbang from Jesus. He's gonna seal his fate.
Flashbang comes in and, you know, most certainly does exactly what it needs to. It's going to be hard for anybody to look away from that.
You know, you've just got so many angles to deal with when you're in that, coming out that long A side on Ancient here. You've got to deal with CT, you've got to deal with Temple, you've got to deal with Donut, anyone that might be on site still. There's a lot to check. You know what? You don't have a lot to check. You just full steam into B.
That's true. It looks like they're going to wait for that Molotov to calm down, use it to heat up their water before they get that steam engine going.
Ooh, Bye-Bye Man picks up Jesus, who swung out long. And now here comes the storm. Can they weather it on the Bourbon Brothers side? No, Molly's coming out. Zen getting in position for the plant, sticks it.
Humbo's just sitting there in cave. He's buying his time. Hasn't turned around at all, which is balls of steel from him for sure. Meanwhile, the Greeks have yet to go in there to check it either.
And now Humbo's clearing it out. They know that there's no one to worry about from the cave side. Everyone's in sight or long.
Ooh. Series of frags coming in.
Humbo in that cave's coming out, finds one, but is not able to get anything beyond that. Just real fast. The Greeks, hard to say what more you could have done there on the CT side. You just kind of got out-aimed.
Yeah, you know, and another thing I noticed that round, as opposed to a lot of the other rounds the Greeks had, is they really kind of all stayed in that one cluster. They wanted the plan to be to just explode onto B, and that's exactly what they did. Very difficult for the Bourbon Bros to do anything about that. That's why Humbo just decided to bide his time and go for the rotate.
And you know, it's pretty smart play if you're on the Greek side here. You've been getting kind of caught out in these one-on-one situations. Hard to get caught out when you are putting everything in a 2v2. Here, Spiros is going to pick up two players. One push down bottom mid, one push through caves, trying to get some sort of SMG kill, and now it's just a massacre.
Yeah, it's going to be just Jesus alive for the Bourbon Bros now. They opted to eco this round, so it's not going to be the biggest hurt to their economy to lose here. But it is definitely interesting that they were up 5 rounds and then they lose 1 and they're already on an eco. It definitely shows Go ahead.
Modern CT economy.
Yeah, modern CT economy with the damage that the Greeks are doing. You can see, like, yeah, they had a few rounds where a lot of players were alive, but it wasn't continuously one player being alive. They're constantly having to buy those new weapons when they can, and it's keeping their economy at that low point. Humbo once again going for a shotgun here.
Humbo going for a shotgun, but on the flip side, fantastic picking up the op. Taking it to A site. Gonna be watching long A with it. Meanwhile, the Greeks looks like they're actually setting up to walk right into it. Let's see. Finds Garfu on the peak, and that's gonna really pump the brakes here for the Greeks. What do you do now? You haven't gotten much ground on mid. You've got 2 players on the CT side posted up, ready for you. Looks like they're going to try and take that space.
Yeah, they're falling back from A here. I think it's a good play. They realized maybe don't take that really long range fight against an op. Let's go somewhere else, see what else we can get working for us. We still have a minute, and it's definitely going to be interesting if they can take any kind of mid control here. But it looks like they're just going to go the long way around towards B instead.
You know, if they had full utility, they could have maybe gotten some work done. But, you know, right now, all they've got, 2 mollies, 2 AGs, 1 smoke on Steelhammer. If you're doing anything with that, you're doing it on B. Slow creep up here. It looks like Humbo, though, is going to find Spiros with that XM.
Yep, that is just in time for the team to start coming out on B here. Jesus does get a dink while he's doing that. Good nade from Humbo, and then a double kill.
Oh my god, it's a 4 kill for Humbo.
Yeah, both hate and love to see it, depending on which side of the map you're on. That is
the auto shotty picking up some cash money. He's sitting on 6K and an AK. if you're on the Bourbon Brothers, you're feeling pretty okay right now.
Absolutely. You definitely can't be complaining about that. That's a $2,700 he makes, plus the nade kill for another $300. Easy $3,000 in his pocket there. And that's big on the CT side economy, as we were mentioning earlier.
Greek's going for a bit of a default setup, it looks like here. Something that they've kind of been doing the last few rounds. 2 towards long A, 1 pushing out mid. Finds Cancer. And Void. Sealhammer picking up 2 pretty crucial kills. They've got mid control. They've got 2 people already leaning towards over A.
Oh, fantastic. Missing a couple shots now. He's going to have to hit that one. He doesn't. Stays alive, though. A little bit of time bought for his teammates while Zen comes around the box to clear him out.
And Jesus is almost going to find the angle. Not in time, though. Humbo pushing up Donut. Finds 1, finds 2. And now, 2-on-2. Both on site.
That Molly's going to cut
finds
Garfu
1.
off for a little bit. Oh, he actually makes it around
2
it.
HP on the nade. Jesus trying to do what he can. Finds Garfu, but isn't able to find Spiros.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be there. If that Molly had blocked off Garfu, it was very real possibility he could have gone up there and tapped the bomb to force Spiros out, but unfortunately the Molly just not quite the right angle to get that done. It makes him have to take those two fights. Fortunately, it was 2 1v1s, but not the best.
Not the best situation to find yourself in there. 2 HP after, a 48 HP nade from Garfu. Surprised it didn't do the full 50, given it was right on top of his head, but hard to complain. What is easy to complain about, though, this eco round you're on a CT.
Looks like they're going to be coming out from long A. Spiro's taking the point. He does get hit with the R8 there. That does significant damage to him. Cancer then fighting from Donut. Does get taken down by Zen.
And that is a full A take here from the Greets. The CT side Bourbon Brothers that are going to try, maybe get some exit frag. But Humbo gets picked up going into Donut. 2 players posted up in there. Zen finds 1 into CT. Void is last up. However, he's up Shit Creek with no paddle to be found.
Yeah, if I was Void, I'd just be happy getting 1 kill here, doing a little bit of economic damage. Doing anything more is definitely going to be a miracle. Does almost take him down. Ooh, takes down Bye Bye Man after that sick deep shot to the head, followed by a body follow-up.
He got him through the wall first and almost didn't get him on the second swing. That was so close.
So incredibly close. 6-4 scoreline going into round 10 here. 2 more rounds in the half. Do you think we're going to be looking at a tied scoreline?
It's hard to say. The Ancient primarily CT sided traditionally, not that heavily, if I remember correctly, on the stats. Greeks here, however, varying it up. They've been going for that default last few rounds. Right now, they've got 5 people on B. Throwing out nades. Oh, no, that's a self-molly. But it doesn't matter. They're storming out through the long B smoke anyways. They're on site. They've got Humbo in the back. That Sealhammer swing. Jesus back in CT gets killed by a meaty nade. And it's just Void here. Boosts the smoke. No one home. And now it's a 3v5. And if you're the CT side here, unless Cancer does not find Sealhammer in the caves, and if you're CT side, you maybe think about saving this one.
Yeah,
fantastic Void. 2 quick kills, 3-on-3 all of a sudden. Spiros answers back, catches Cancer out with his pants down, throwing a nade. Bye Man posts up on the site, is going to find Fantastic. It almost finds Void, 1 HP. Spiros is running away, there's no time. Oh no, he's coming back, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Void doesn't have the health nor the time to be able to get that bomb defused. That is a heartbreaking round.
Explosion anyway.
Oh, what an absolutely heartbreaking round for the Bourbon Bros. They're now going to be on an eco for the last round of the half. And
you're seeing
what was almost
MP9s.
about to be a save call. You could tell they got those 2 kills and they said, you know what? No, let's try for it. And I loved the heart in that play, and it just didn't work out for him.
And now you're looking at probably 6-6 on Ancient. Little rough. We're going to see, though, Lawn A rush, 4 people in the Greeks' weather. They find one. They find Zen. Oh, no. Steelhammer's here, though. He's going to pick up another.
Defending the AKs. Oh! They're gaming, and we've got just Garfu now going to be the last one alive. He does have the AWP, and this is a player who, if they have an AWP, they can definitely make these kind of plays happen.
So quickly that round went up in flames
He
for the Greeks.
He gets had by the minimum boof amount required for Humbo to see him there. One of those situations where the nade is just deep enough to cause the like a hole in the smoke to appear, but not entirely drop the smoke. So somebody on the other side is at a disadvantage.
You catch the leg, and that's all you need to start spraying. Especially, you're going up against an op. I think he had swapped to a P250 at that point. What can you do as Garfu other than hope he whiffs?
You take the shot, maybe hope you get the headshot or through the smoke, but yeah, nothing much you can do there.
We've got attack pause. Is this now? I haven't seen the full extent of the other games. Is this the first attack of the tournament?
This is the first tactical pause of the tournament.
Interesting. Some strats being discussed on the Greek side. We'll see what they have cooked up here for this pistol round. That all-important tack they've taken.
Something of note here. Both these teams, big kills. Steelhammer has almost 1,400. Void has over 1,400. Both of those players having an amazing game here. We've got 100 utility damage on Garfu, 98 on Humbo. Just across the board, good numbers are getting put up here.
Look at this B-rush, though. Pistol round, but they've got 3 people here on the Greeks already. They're going to find Humbo with getting the kill on the Spiros, but bye-bye, man. Trades him out. Steelhammer swings out, isn't able to get the kill. 2-on-2. But Zen finds one with the dualies, finds 2, and then that's going to be pistol round 1 for the CT. No bomb plant.
I can't think of a better player to have with dualies on a pistol round CT retake than Zen. All that Doom practice is right there on those dualies, and he's going to make
his bread and butter, really.
Yep.
Second round of the half, the side to change, though. We're seeing MP9s. We're looking to farm some money here. And who is this on that we have on A side that's going to be our point of contact? It's Zen. Does he know he's about to get big damage with a nade? Oh my god, that was 200 damage for sure. 5 players out. And here comes the money for CT. Cha-ching.
$600 for every single one of those kills. That's an easy 3K that they made as a team.
Quick cash, instant dollars, fast money.
It's going to be interesting, though, because they all still have 5 have MP9s, but the terrorists are going to be going on to mostly rifles here. Actually, all rifles.
Entirely rifles. Nades aplenty. Full utility, save for, like maybe a flashbang here or there. They're going to have to be super aggressive on this CT side. They try to get quick aggressive into mid. Going to fall back. Think better of it. And now they're going to play, maybe looks like some defensive positions here across their sites. 3 players on the Bourbon Brothers peeking out into mid, trying to see if there's anyone here, but they don't know that no one's home. All we've got is Steelhammer. A very defensive angle. Ooh, takes a quick peek. Is going to see 2, maybe saw 3 there off of that flashbang. Smoke comes in.
Bourbon Bros is playing a slow mid game for this round, which I don't think is a bad play by any means.
Starting to work their way into A here. Let's see. Taking up space. We might see a push into Red Room here. We've got 2 players posted up outside of it.
The Greeks have a good read on this. They have 3 players there.
Oh, Spiros almost is able to find one of the players up at mid. Void. Just barely, though, gets caught out by the second player.
Oh,
and now we're seeing a full reversal.
Look at this rotate, this idea to go somewhere else in the middle of the round. This is what I'm talking about. Void, he got a good read somehow on what the CTs were doing and knew that this site would be more clear.
And we're seeing this instant swing out. Gets caught. Void is the first player to get cut out. Zen, full spraying and sprinting, gets a kill through that smoke. And now it's a 1v3, 1v2 for Cancer.
Oh
he makes it a 1v1 for a quick second there before Lando Calrissian, aka Steelhammer.
What looked to be like it was going to be a round where the Bourbon Bros were going to be able to come into that site and just set up. The Greeks, they rotated, they read what was going on so quickly and efficiently to get there, to turn that into just one giant firefight, not letting the Bourbon Bros set into a position at all.
Absolutely. It was just full chaos from the second that they set foot onto the site. There was already someone waiting in CT. Void, he was on 2 HP, got baited out, got traded out. Oh, and Garfu, quick peek. Finds Cancer.
It's a nice little angle there going into upper B. It looks like they're going to be setting up for an A play here. Void's got a smoke he's going to be throwing. And that goes
that
into
Molly's a little deep,
Donut.
though.
Interesting.
Tumbo's creeping out through the smoke, maybe.
Ooh, Garfield.
There's a gap. He finds his way out. He's going to pick up Zen.
They're going out. They're causing trouble for Garfu. He does get brought low, but he does take out Jesus in the meantime. Steelhammer also firing back, gets some of his own. Humbo, last man alive for his squadron now. He gets taken out as well. I cannot emphasize how efficiently the Greeks are rotating on their defenses here.
There's no hesitation at all once they are getting the call out that, there's many men here. They're just sending the entire squadron.
They're hearing many men. Many men. And they're getting it done.
And we've got a save here from the Bourbon Bros. 5 men towards B. Looks like we're going to see some quick cave action. They're going to pick up Spiros on the rush, and they're holding W. There's no hesitation here. Fast rotate's already coming through, though.
Yeah, you see Humbo with that Tech 9, you know he's just going to be W King somewhere. Can the rest of his team go with it, though? They do get a volley to stop the bomb plan from the Greeks. Big shot from Void, almost gets it. Unfortunately, Zen denies the rest of the round, swinging through the smoke and getting it done.
Ooh, some indecision there. He doesn't pick up either the AK or the AWP left on the ground there. And now the CT economy is actually going to be a little shaky here because of it. Having to rebuy the op. We've got, Bye Man on an XM here. Admittedly, it worked for Humbo on their CT half. We're seeing another B rush, though.
Oh, that Molly's going to slow him down. It's going to be Void all up here by himself, seeing if he can take down Bye Man. He does get that shot. That's a good one by him, too.
Spiros, he's creeping through this smoke, maybe. He wants to. He wants to push through so bad. But there's no flashbang. No flashbang support. He's just in the smoke in the super awkward spot.
Good nade comes in. Does decent damage to all of them. Now he's exposed, though. And Fantastic's going to be the one to answer it. Humbo, meanwhile, takes down another. Zen is already here on the rotate. He's going to fire back on Cancer, but gets traded out by Jesus. Garfu gets one on Fantastic of his own with a nade, and he's going to be the last man alive now. He's got that AWP, definitely a weapon that can make it happen. Both these players for the Bourbon Bros are also a little low, so it doesn't even have to be a direct shot in order for him to take him down.
Let's see here. Humbo using the other side of that smoke that was actually thrown by Garfu to hide himself.
And he's going to hear Garfu move up. He knows exactly where he's at. He takes him down. Good round for the Bourbon Bros. Similar story for them as it was for the Greeks, though. They lose the first 5 before they finally answer back. I wonder if that's just a getting into the feel of things on Ancient kind of thing at this point.
It is kind of a hard map to find your sea legs on, so to speak, as a terrorist. It's just there's so many strong CT angles, and it's so hard to lock down any one area. It looks like, though, we've got an eco here on the CT side. They nade stacked nade stack to be long, no one home. Cancer hears it all. He's about to have. Oh my god!
And that is an absolute slaughter. Cancer and Jesus together, eliminating the entire team. Big round out of him. Huge flank.
That was. Mwah. I want to kiss that round on the lips. That was just. He waited. He listened. He waited. He took the right opportunity to swing, and when he did, disaster.
Yep. Yeah, Chad has been saying, just wait for Cancer to wake up. Just wait for Cancer to wake up. Well, I think he's starting to wake up. The god is awakening from his slumber.
Another nade stack, another mid rush here from the CTs, but they're rushing into 4 players.
Oh, some of them unready though. Looks like Fantastic was ready. He just might not have calmed that to the rest of them in time though.
And they almost pick up Void, but not in time before he's able to get the shot off. And now it's 3v5 for the Greeks. A 1v5 now after the kills come in. Bye-bye, man. Looking to see if he can pick up something, anything. But that grenade boop is going to reveal just enough of him for Jesus to clean him up.
Yeah, that's been the story of this game. It seems like is the nade boost clearing space for the rifles to do work. Sort of taking the respect the smokes normally would give you from CSGO and just saying, I don't care about this anymore. We're in a new game. We're in 2023.
It's been at such critical moments too. Like it's not just you're randomly boofing a smoke for the fun of it. You're waiting for someone to be in position. They're hiding behind that smoke, and you're taking full advantage of it by catching them off guard using your timing. A bit of a default here. Start to this round though. 3 on A, 2 outside of B.
A little bit of a fight in the middle. It's going to leave Garfu and Jesus hurt a little bit. Cancer also seems like he caught a spare one from that fight as well.
It almost looked like a leg happened from Jesus onto Cancer, but hard to say.
After those last 2 very fast-paced rush rounds, it's definitely a good idea for the Bourbon Bros here to just play like a very slow, very methodical default, like it looks like they're doing. Really force the Greeks into that like, no, you're playing on our terms kind of mindset.
Trying to just see if anyone overextends. They can catch anyone out. Someone's swinging out onto B site though. Humbo almost gets tagged down through the smoke by Bye Man. He's brought low, 27 HP. Fantastic is creeping through caves. No one in there. Oh, what a shot! Garfu answers back, but 4v4. Now 4v3. Trades coming in left and right.
Oh, and that's going to leave just Void alive for his team now. He, again, has an AWP. Can most certainly makes it happen. Zen should have heard that scope, though. They should know roughly where he's at and that he has an op. Garfu nading Zen with a little bit of an oopsie there.
Whoopsie. Finger slipped.
It's going to be the 11th round for the CT. Very close now. It's starting to come into the tail side of this game here.
11-10. Very even. Lots of back and forth here. The T economy, however, how much more money could you ask for? We're going to be seeing full buys from them basically no matter what these last few rounds, I believe. Not a worry in the world for them. CTs cannot say the same. If this round is lost, it's going to be slim pickings.
We have a double up on the Bourbon Bros here, too, which is definitely interesting with how the economy works out of these games.
Almost finds, was that Steelhammer that went for the peak? Steelhammer is going to find the Humbo peak Humbo push from B side. 5v4 now. They know Steelhammer's in red. But it's going to be all about this crossfire here from Donut. Can they catch someone out? Molly comes into red room. That's going to push Steelhammer back. Donut now is going to be in a 1-on-1 situation.
Garfu almost has the timing for that kill from Donut as well. Decides to fall back, though, instead of taking that fight.
They're going to know, though. They're going to have the information that there were many people setting up outside of mid. They're going to pump the brakes here, but the B site here, the second that anything comes out on A, you're going to see some fast rotates. Void goes for the shot on B. Doesn't find anyone. Fantastic runs out. Zen on the crossfire picks up 2. Jesus brought down to 1 by Zen. Is there anything this lizard can't do?
Take care of cancer appears to be what's the answer to that question as he steps out, throws a nade over there, might get Seal Hammer. Oh, the angle is just a little off. He does it. And Seal Hammer, oh! They double peek him, but Cancer, the god, he takes both of them down. 1v2, though. Can he take down Spiros and Bye-Bye Man?
10 seconds, though. He's going to... There's just not enough time. You just don't have enough time.
Yeah, unfortunately, he wasn't able to pick up the bomb in time to be able to get back and plant it. He's going to have to save now. 12th round for the Greeks.
They're going for an overtime play.
It's
what a tough call to make.
It's rough, but you have to do it. Looks like
12-10. Match point for the Greeks.
They're changing it up, going from their double op strategy they had last round to just 5 AKs here. Meanwhile, though, Garfu does pick up an op of his own.
And we're going to see Seal gets that early angle looking down into T-side mid. 4 players posted out outside of A for the Bourbon Bros.
They got Humbo over here by Cave.
Space, though.
I wonder if they're going to try to have Humbo, get a kill, pull a rotate somewhere here, and then the rest of them bomb out A shortly after. The only one he's going to be able to really find easily, though, is going to be Garfu, and that is not an easy fight to take.
Look at the angle Garfu's posted on, though. It doesn't look like he's expecting a challenge. He changes his angle here. Maybe is sniffing something out.
Yep, they threw a bunch of utility over towards A, so it's going to be on Zenero to try to stop this push. Kind of by himself here. He finds the first one. Takes down another, never mind, that's going to be Homo and Void taking down players. Garfu answers back on Jesus, takes down 2 from Ruins, though.
And now Homo just pushes out of Donut, is going to pick up Spiros coming in through the smoke. And now, 2-on-2, they pick up Bye-Bye Man, who's caught a little aggressively on the site, alone from Garfu. And now it's a 1v2 for Garfu. Send us to map 2. Finds one timing Tumbo into next week. Is going to wall Void through the box, but Void is going to pick him up. 1 tap, 1 kill.
And he throws down a little boss spray.
He knows what he just did.
Yeah, he knows that was a big time play there to keep it, not only to keep his team in the map, but to also look at the CT economy here. It is absolutely destroyed.
And this is so crazy to look at because they were on back-to-back round wins. Admittedly, 3 alive, 2 alive the last 2 rounds. You would expect a little bit stronger than this, but instead you're having to see a 4-man rush after 1 A. And they're gonna find Fantastic somehow, some way. He just isn't able to catch any of them. But 4 people, they hear the call. 5 people rushing Milan A. 4 of us get onto B ASAP. And now
they get the utility down there. They're going to be able to make this a very difficult retake for the Greeks here. Despite being 5v4, they only have 2 rifles, or 5v3. They only have the 2 rifles.
They double up on mollies on caves. It's going to leave a bit of a time opportunity. Void picks up 1, isn't able to pick up the third from Garfu. Gets traded out. Garfu, 10-second defuse, has to pull off of it. They don't know where the last one is. Where is Cancer? He picks up Seal Hammer, and there's just not enough time. We're going to overtime. Wow.
No, that is overtime. Oh my goodness. What a way to go into the overtime there. If Garfu had a kit, it was over. $400. That is why the CT economy is so important. $400 changes that round.
And I'm gonna have to watch on the replay, the stream delay here, see if there's anyone who could have had a kit going into that. I don't think so, given the state of what their economy was at the start of that. But such a close round, won by the thinnest of margins, sending us to overtime.
Yep. In this overtime, it looks like they're going to be going straight for an aggro B here. The only thing slowing them down is this Molotov.
And it's not even really slowing them down. Humble's already swinging out. Is going to get picked up by Bye-Bye Man. Just barely escapes through the from the molly. He's going to get picked up through the wall by Jesus. And now they're just taking angles, taking names. Steelhammers, though, is here to put a stop to it. Zen pushing out very aggressively on the site. Garfu swings out. Steelhammer on the flank is going to pick up Jesus. And now we've got Fantastic. 1v3. Not a lot to do here.
Hard to tell if
13-12.
Hard to tell if, you know, he was sure if Steelhammer had dropped or if he was on the ledge there. I'm sure there was probably a lot of comms going on that would make it difficult to hear too. Really a tough angle to fight for him there.
Yeah, that's just it's a hard position to do anything from how fast everything played out there. I can only imagine, you know, the chaos going on in the comms on both of these teams.
Get some nice mid play here from Garfu and Steelhammer going up to take a little bit more control, getting Steelhammer in the bucket.
The bucket, an interesting term for that area that Seal's in.
I'm not sure what the call out for it is. It looks like a little bucket for me. They're getting some A utility going out here again. One for CT, one for Donut.
A utility, but they're immediately running back to B side. They're trying to draw rotates, but
nothing's rotating.
CT's staying firm.
It's going to be on Bye-Bye Man here if he's going to be able to find this first kill on Cancer.
The nades are coming out. Ooh, he could have had timing. Finds Cancer. Molly's burning. He picks up another, in fact.
Standing in a Molotov, pulling out a little 1G situation for his team there to keep him going. Garfu already here as well.
And he's going to find Jesus. Void's going to pick him up, but Zen is there for the trade. 14-12 for the CTs, and boy, have you got to be feeling good right now.
It's a good way to start an overtime. If they can get this third one, they're definitely going to be feeling it going into the first round of the second OT half.
$14-12. You know, T-side economy being what it is, they still got a full buy here. Even able to pick up an AWP despite full buying the last 2 rounds.
Yep.
CTs, you certainly wouldn't be able to do that here. We got some fast action on mid, though.
Ooh. Steelhammer gets
Void. Lay down a molly, but the T's already spun out.
That's a good volley from him, too.
Good push.
And just like that, Jesus is the last man alive for the Bourbon Bros. If anybody can pull a miracle, you better believe it's the prodigal son of the Bible, but he cannot do it this time.
He's not able to do it. He was not able to pay for the sins of the Bourbon Bros going into that round. And now the Greeks once again match point, 15-12 this time, looking like a regular CSGO scoreline. Let's see what they have to pull out of their hat here.
Yeah, if there's a time to do anything, if there's a time to have a big brain play, this is the moment. So I'm excited to see what we can see out of the Bourbon Bros. We have Humbo, who's going for that 10-14 on round 1 of an overtime.
He's got to be going for that tunnels position.
Oh yeah,
the only place.
It makes sense on this map to do it too. And the Greeks are just coming out fast here. They're already out. A Steelhammer getting the first kill, standing in a Molotov to do so.
Spiros, what a kill! He almost gets flanked from mid by Cancer, but 180s picks up the kill. Humbo's gonna get picked off. That XM only able to put in a little bit of work. Bye-Bye Man is close. Gets half the smoke by Fantastic, actually. It must have been just a tiny little gap there.
It looked like he might have just been spraying into the smoke. Ooh! Oh! Garfu,
do it to him.
What an absolutely disgusting shot he just landed there to finish the game out. 2 disgusting shots in a row.
Oh my god, it got me feeling a type of way. Garfu.
You know, and that's gonna, so 16-12 going in, or rather out of Ancient being the Greeks map pick. It's going to be interesting to see now as we go into Anubis, which is the Bourbon Bros map pick, if they're going to be able to do it as well.
A strong showing from the Greeks on this first map here.